everybody. Okay, so we began our journey on June 1st, 5 months ago, with my smoker and the hive, and now with those nukes that we received from Michael Barber at Tri-City Bee Rescue, and now we are starting to winter our bees. Though it doesn't really look like we should be wintering them. Look at how amazingly active they are. It's 20 degrees today, and they're bringing in pollen, so it's absolutely amazing. So me and my smoker are finished for the season. I will be checking in on them every so often, obviously, to make sure that everything's good, to make sure that they're fed properly, as well as, just making sure that nothing has gotten into them, right? So what we've done here is, so I have purposely wintered them with 1.5. So that means I've got a deep with all the brood in there, plus a whole half of a super of honey, a medium super of honey for them to feed on over the winter. So I'm hoping that each of these hives have enough food for the winter. So what we have here is I've got the reducers on, which we started with. So we've come full circle, which is amazing. We've come full circle. So as you can see here, we've got the reducers on. And so we had to put those reducers on when we first got the nukes. So we have to do the same thing now because their population has decreased for the winter. Because if they had the amount of bees, worker bees and drone bees, in the hive during the winter time, they wouldn't have enough food. So it has decreased drastically. So you have to put in these reducers. Some people don't. But this is our first year, so we want to try this out, right? But most people do end up putting reducers on. They also put mouse traps on as well, which are metal. So we'll see, maybe next year we will, right? So we've got these wooden reducers, and then we have our Wellington County wrap. And so here, there is an entrance in here that the bees can go into, which you can't see right now, but then they can come out and come along here and leave if they want to go poo. They do cleansing flights throughout the winter time. They kind of stay inside most of the time because they want to make sure that the queen stays warm. And so they're producing a ton of heat and a ton of condensation and water inside the hive. So that's why instead of doing a full-on wrap that's really insulated, we've decided to go with the Wellington County wrap because it breaks the wind, but it also it doesn't give a lot of insulation that they don't really need because they provide the heat actually. And so the bees can come out of this way. So this is the Wellington County, it's through the Wellington County Beekeepers Association. It's a Wellington County hive. It's corrugated plastic. That's all it is. But because of the specific climate throughout Wellington County, they've decided that this is probably the best way of wintering our bees. So, and then we obviously have our outer cover on, and then we have a cinder block to make sure that, if winds, if something does happen, we want to make sure that there isn't, they don't get tipped over for whatever reason. Chances are there's so much weight here anyway, that's not going to happen. And even some beekeepers will put on ratchet straps to make sure that their hives stay in place. So there you have it. We have wintered our hives for the winter, and but it really doesn't look like it, does it? Because they're so active. They're bringing in pollen today. I don't know where they're getting the pollen actually. So we will likely be kind of doing some videos throughout the winter time as well. Kind of on warmer days, I will come up to the bee yard to check on them as well. We made some mead about 3 weeks ago now, and so we might even do a tasting with our mead. And I'll be making some products and stuff and trying them out. And because as I said, it's our first year, our first 5 months, and we want to see what's going to work well with us. So there you have it. We've wintered our bees.